I'm like, all right, bet I got songs that are bars. He's like, man, you ain't got no bars. And I was like, okay, bet.
Real firm.
Greetings and welcome to the Real Firm Podcast.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's me, Fermi.
Oh, the Fermi. It's me, your friendly neighborhood Rockstarliiife.
And welcome, thank you for joining in on this conversation. If you're just watching, which is this is what usually happens typically, check on the audio if you want to take a listen while you're driving or something. And rate and review Spotify, Apple, literally everywhere it can be. It's there, I think. And if you're just listening, youtube.com/@realfirm. And we're here back again to talk. We're wearing the same clothes. Guess what? It's all on the same day, but too bad. We forgot to change shirts.
It's okay.
It is what it is. Having another conversation about a topic.
Little cashmere.
Cashmere. That pertains once again to musical things, and it is the clash of inner competitive nature, but also within what's supposed to be a supportive community, and how that can interfere.
Would you rather live in a community or a competitive nature, brother? It is your time to answer this question. For the one time and one time only.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah,
you see him on Joe Rogan?
No, I
haven't. He was just
yet.
on there a couple
days.
Oh
shit, I'm going to have to watch that. I still got to watch the full posty.
Yeah, that post was on Kill Tony, too.
I saw that. I almost sent you a clip,
good.
honestly.
It's so good.
I sent a clip of the old guy, not the old guy, but the guy that returned who used to be on it all the time.
Oh, Ron White.
Yeah.
He popped out of nowhere. Yeah, Ron White.
Yeah, I almost sent you the clip of that. I was like, he already knows.
Yeah, I watched it the next
I was
day.
like, I know my firm. All right,
yeah, so...
Wait, hold on. Before we go into this, I want to talk about this community right here.
Oh.
This community right here, first of all, y'all are beautiful. Y'all are fucking awesome. This wouldn't have happened without you, and I'm eternally grateful for y'all. But I do keep seeing these comments underneath the thing. I keep seeing these comments saying how blessed I am to be working with you, and I've
never seen that.
You haven't seen that? Oh, well.
I look at all the comments.
I think it's more in the shorts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not 100% sure, but I keep seeing it might be the same person or the same two people. Not 100% sure on that, but they are 100% right. I am blessed to be with FERM.
Well.
And I'm surprised they haven't asked me a weird question like, what does FERM smell like? And I'll tell you what FERM smells like. FERM smells like FERM, I guess.
Yeah. I shower every day.
You know? So that's a good community right there where they're supportive and they're not like, oh my God, why does he get to work with FERM?
That'll happen when it scales up to any community.
Absolutely.
There's always going to be someone, but the overarching concept is social media is very much in your face, but it's not. You can't really feel it as much, which is why people are more assholes, because they're behind a wall. They're not in person. But it's even more interesting, especially since I've been around it for the past year, since you kind of brought me in. Graciously,
everybody comes up with me,
and just into the scene of open mics and underground artists that kind of have a bit of a following, and they're all together. And I noticed I haven't noticed anything nothing I haven't seen anything wild, but I've always thought there has to be some kind of sense of, because everyone's very supportive and you're dope, this and that, but I know as somebody who has everybody, if you're trying to achieve something that a lot of other people are doing, naturally you're going to feel some sort of competitive drive.
Yeah.
So I can talk about that later for my own thing, but I'm like, this must be an interesting dynamic in their minds of, do they, I'm better than him, but hey, what's up? I love you, dog. That must happen. And
it happens a lot. And honestly, there's a lot more events that we could be doing. That is 100%.
It's all that.
It's all oh, I'm fucking better than him. Oh, I'm better than him. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
better than. It's all that shit, and like even the DJs in those little areas. And
Oh,
shit like
yeah.
that. I won't say any names at all, but there's a reason why we're only been doing the shows that we've been doing.
Because you know the right people.
I know the right people.
But even then, there's just gotta be, and this, not calling anyone out, not even saying it's bad. It's healthy to be competitive,
Yeah.
of course. That's what
There's
creates
friendly
greatness.
competition. There's a difference.
Yeah, and that's what creates greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Like capitalism, it drives you to make the best thing and like provide the best product and be the best at what you do because of comparison. And that it's like a fascinating thing. So you said, so you've been in other situations.
Oh, absolutely.
then.
We could go one tonight if you want. But I don't want to though.
Well, I've seen this before you start. When I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan, and I watch all that stuff. And you hear about like a lot of them, especially in the earlier days. They talk about like stories in the green room or like after the show, and like people are just being assholes. Well, comedy's a little more for that because they're actually jokes. Like that's what you do.
Yeah.
But like a lot of like seething hatred and competition behind the surface of an in-person community and that, and I haven't been in it as much as you have. So say what you gotta say.
So we did a show in the beginning of last year at this place in Tampa on the east side. I'm not gonna say what name or nothing like that. But
the east side.
It's on the east side. So we did a show over there, and me and my girl were in the green room.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there yet.
This was before. Okay.
This is pre-FERM.
Pre-FERM days.
Days. So we're sitting there, we're chilling. I had a 2-song set, boom, 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 and it's me, my girl, and like probably like 6 other people and shit like that. We're all like talking, we're having a good time, we're getting all ready, we're doing green room type things. If you don't know what that is, use your imagination. So we're all in there, we're chilling, and then all of a sudden this guy comes in. I almost said his name and almost said something about him.
We could always bleep things out. That's always
you can bleep it out.
If do I know who it is?
No, I just want you to bleep it out, but I want to say it.
Why do you want to say it then?
Because it's...
What's the point?
Because it will change your reaction to how I'm saying things.
Because I know who it is. If I know his name, if I don't know his name, how would it change anything?
Oh, he's the. Anyways, I'll say it. So,
okay,
yeah.
I still don't know who that is.
Yeah,
but I'll bleep it out.
Cool. Thank you. So he walked in with 2 other people.
Well, so he was like a Tampa artist.
He was an artist, yes.
Yeah, Tampa, but like, and was he kind of well known?
Yeah, kind of well known,
okay.
But I have more streams than him.
Okay,
Makes sense.
There's the competition.
No, yeah, well, no. So here's the thing. The only time I bring that shit up is when someone acts like this. When someone acts like this person did.
Yep. I get
so it's like you have no business acting like how this man acted, especially not towards like me, where you're trying to say that, basically making known that you're better than me. But like on paper, I am. But I'm not saying that we should all be together on this. I don't care how many streams you got. I really don't. I really care less than I talk about how many streams I have.
It was a numbers comparison thing?
No. So he walked into the green room, him and 2 other guys, and and there's like 6, 7, 8 of us in the green room. We're all chilling and shit, and we're all having a good time, laughing, ha, whatever. Dude walks in. All y'all need to leave. It's my green room.
Was he the headliner or something?
Boom. No, the fuck he wasn't. He's acting like it. But
okay.
So boom. Man, I just came back from this. I know this person. Oh, I fucking hate when they name drop.
He was on a power trip.
Yeah, but that's like 90% of them. This is the competition. And
yeah.
It's like he has to be the best person there regardless and shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that though a lot of other places. And like there's shows that we specifically haven't gone to where there's zero community. That's the reason why we don't go there, because there's absolutely zero community. All you do is you perform and then you fucking leave. And so there's been times where there will be people that they go, like, I'll go perform there, right? And then everyone around there will be like, hey, boom, cool, good show. All right, fuck off, I'm better than you. It's like, why? Why can't we like just like have a conversation other than like the last time I did a show with these people, one of these groups that I'm talking about right now.
How long ago was that? And so you don't
a year ago.
you don't go, you kind of cut ties.
I refuse to do that type of shit. I refuse to deal with bullshit.
Yeah,
it was my set. I was getting ready to go up and everything like that. And as I'm on stage talking to the DJ, I'm 60 seconds into grabbing the microphone and then going performing. Artist comes up, is like, "Nah, I'm gonna go now, bro. It's my time." I was like, "No, you're not. It's my turn."
Oh, you wait. So there wasn't a set lineup, like a.
There was a set lineup, and he's like,
But
"No,
he was trying to bump
I'm
you,
gonna
as
go.
they say.
I'm gonna go now, bro." I was like, "No, I'm gonna go." What are you talking about? Like, if this was like 3
But
years
it was
ago,
your
I would.
turn.
It was my turn. It was my turn, and
was there like an audience? Like, did he suspect that there was more people there at the time? Like, I don't understand why you would want to do that.
There's a whole
there's a
whole thing about that. But basically, he came up and was like, you gotta, boom. It's my turn, bro. You usually gotta get up out of here." It's like, no, bro. The fuck? This is I'm going. You can get the fuck off stage. It's my turn. Then it's your turn. This is how it goes. Unless you give me a good reason other than you want to. Fuck. So
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
So,
okay.
But what that was competition, and his ego was like, "Oh, I'm better than this man. I can make him do whatever the fuck I want." And granted, would this have been like 3, 4, 5 years ago? I would be like, okay, but no, I grew some balls and like learned how to stand on my 10 toes, and I'm like, no, it's my turn, bitch. The fuck. But that's what it comes with the competition. Everyone's like, it's an ego driven type of thing where I'm better than you. You're no better than, or this. I prefer to think that, hey, we're all artists here. Hey, we're all doing something. Give a fuck if you have 1 billion streams. Give a fuck if you have 100 streams. We're all still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So why the fuck can't we be a community, you know?
Yeah. And I so that makes sense as to why the communities you've introduced me to have been like so cool, because shout out to Ronan and Eno and RXE and all the people that come in there. They all have a similar like there is a deep sense of community, and so but what I was saying was you want like there has to, even still, given the community, like I don't know, like don't you have, like, just from you, I don't want to project on anyone else, but since you're here, doesn't it ever get in, not like that you're pissed at anyone, but do you ever think like, oh, I'm gonna one up him, or
in a friendly way? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like
I just can't believe it can be avoided.
Absolutely. But there's a difference. There's like,
yes, 100%.
There's a difference between, I'm gonna show this man that I'm better. But other than like what I do, where like, so I see someone do something, I'm like, oh, bro, that's awesome. I want to do that too. I want to do something like that. That's fucking awesome and shit like that. Like, shout out Yism. Yism did something at a show, and I was like, bro, that was so dope. I want to do something like that and put my own spin on it and shit like that. So it inspired me, other than like being like, oh, I can do that better. It just inspired me. You know what I mean?
I keep hearing his name. I feel like I need to meet this guy.
He's a great gentleman, that one right there.
Yism.
YZM, cool. Baby.
YZM. So, and then so going back to the reason why I think about it from my own perspective is like, when I'm on YouTube and I see a YouTuber that's like live streaming and doing the music stream, like the thing that I do, and everything, it's like 100% like, you know, do your thing. I want people to be successful, but there is like a little thing inside me that's like, damn, like if their like numbers are higher than mine on like a live view count, I'll be like, God damn it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not a hatred towards them.
It's more of like an introspective thing.
Yeah, it's like, I wish, you know, like, what am I doing that he's not? But like, I don't even want to.
I don't want to say that's jealousy at all. I want to say that's like introspective. Like, oh, how can I get there?
Well, there's like a difference between. I mean, I don't know. People define them differently, but there's like jealousy and envy.
Envy, yeah.
Where it's like, envy is like, I don't think you deserve that, and I want to take it away from you.
Ah, yes.
And jealousy is just like, man, I wish I could get to that level. But then so I get like into a point where I'm like, I have to tell myself, I almost like can't even, like I try to avoid even seeing, which is bad for analytics because I don't know what my competition's doing. Like, I don't know. Like in like a business marketing, you want to study who's your competitors who are in the same market.
Yeah.
Because so that you can do something different than them or do something that they're doing better. And I haven't done that since I started the whole stream because that's why I started, because I saw it and I was like, oh, I bet I can do this in my own way. That would be like pretty solid.
I think that's the big difference between like the competitive nature of like in a negative sense other than the positive sense, because you're really going in more of a positive sense because you're not necessarily being like, all right, I'm going to do it like you're doing it, but I'm doing it better, so good in fact that you're going to get out of business and you're not going to be able to do it. You're not like that. No. The main competitive force that's around, especially this area that I haven't taken you to, is that sense where it's like, that's my whole point. You can't be doing this.
There's a natural it's just an interesting thing to bring up because like it exists, but you don't want to you can't really address it in person because then it makes it weird and you start to get physically verbally competitive.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying about the it's actually it's bad for growth because I'm not actually I'm so sensitive to it that I don't even want to see. If I see it and it's I'll be like, God damn it, and it'll just root. So I try my best not to even look at what they're doing, and I don't want anyone to fail.
Yeah.
There's just that deep insecurity of I'm not doing as good. I suck. It's more of
I get the same exact way. You know what really helps with that, brother? It's like, brother, fucking Hulk Hogan. You know what really helps with that is like knowing that you have something bigger on the way. That always helps.
I feel that, but it's interesting because that comes from back to the competition. You're like, oh, well, I'm better than them, so I'll get
no, not them.
That's what I said.
So it's more of like, let's say
There's nothing wrong with that, though. I'm not saying it's an evil thought that you shouldn't have.
So what I was saying though, like let's say someone doesn't like. I thought you were going on comments and shit like that. So like whenever let's say someone comments on this one and says, oh, I don't like it. But we have like a bigger video on the way and stuff like that. We're like, oh, wait for the bigger one. You might like that one type of deal.
Yeah, I mean,
but even then, that's still competitive in the nature of like I'm competing for your approval.
The social media competition is even crazier because it's in essentially what seems to be infinite amount of people that and then just scrolling. It's one of the reasons. I don't like Instagram, being a consumer of it for many reasons, and TikTok especially. But a lot of it is because it's too much. I have that FOMO kind of thing where even if someone's coming up in a thing that I'm not even doing, I'll be like, God damn it, why didn't I start doing that? So I keep the more I see, I'm like, it just crushes down upon me, overwhelming me, and it makes me think I need to just unplug and move to the mountains.
That's how I am whenever there's trends pop up, especially whenever there's those rap trends that go on and shit like that. I'm like, this is stupid. It's a trend because I don't like following trends and shit like that.
Yeah, that too, but that's not exactly what I'm. But okay,
you're getting on. It's it's overwhelming. I'm just saying
anything. Yeah, just anyone. The people who I'm a fan of, I mainly consume through watching their podcasts and YouTube. I'm mainly a YouTube person. I only go on Instagram to do my thing and hit the like button when I go on and I see the feed. But I don't scroll. I don't search. It's just it's too much. It's too much. It's overwhelming.
It builds too much competitiveness, and what you don't see a lot of times is the community. Now, great source of community versus the competition, because what he was just talking about is everyone's basically doing it for themselves and not doing it for each other. So what the great source of community, if you want to see, that's out online, and they're very successful, the biggest streamers in the world right now is AMP, Kai Cenat, Agent, Duke Dennis, Phantom.
There's probably a lot of shit
There-
eaters in their comment section. I'm gonna say.
Oh, absolutely. But
You're saying the people
the
themselves.
people themselves, they do this thing together as a community. There's a reason why.
did a pretty irresponsible thing with the giveaway and the riots.
Yeah, but
not that he meant for it to happen.
I don't blame him for it at all.
That was a random off-topic comment. Sorry.
But what I'm saying is, though, if you look at that, there's a reason why all of them are uber successful. Some of them, they get more views on their streams in the fucking Super Bowl on a Tuesday night. You know what I mean?
Damn.
There's a reason why they're like that, though, because they all work in unison as a community. They are not all the same person. They all have their different things, their different flaws, their different strengths, their different weaknesses, all that other jazz.
Right.
But because the community, they all build up together. They all do their own personal thing, but they all collectively do something together, and they all hype each other up in a sense, right? Whereas in a competition wave, which is I can't remember the other group name that's kind of like them. I think it's RCA or some shit like that. I'm not 100% sure, but it's completely different than what they do.
That reminded me of a comment that I was gonna make.
Yeah.
Was like, yes, but also there are, like what you're probably about to bring up, there are people that it's usually not multiple people unless it's like some reality show type of thing.
Yeah.
But like individuals create a large following off of being obnoxious and like hating on other people publicly, and then other hate, like back in the day, you remember Leafy?
Yeah.
His like whole thing was like shit, like that's not really allowed that gets canceled now.
Yeah.
But like it was all around shitting on people, making fun of like even like poor, like innocent people that shouldn't be being made fun of. And like that became popular because there's so many people that feel that same way.
Yeah. Well, there'll be even like story times and shit like that one of them will do, and what they did was what I see very good in a community base where there's probably more. I might be forgetting one, but let's say there's 5 people, right? Let's say this one right here. One person makes a video on something, then all the other ones will react to that video.
Oh, yeah.
And like put their own spin on it and shit like that, but not all on the same day. They'll kind of like boom, boom, so that all of their markets go towards that one, and then the same thing for all of them. And then they'll do their own video all together, and they'll all be like, "Hey, this is what happened."
Like a content create. That's why there's a lot of those content create TikTok house. It's
they
they get a house together.
Successful influencer house.
Oh, really? Well, wasn't there? I mean, the Logan Paul and all those people.
This one, I think, is 4 years.
Are they bigger than the Paul people? The Pauls?
No, not yet. The Pauls are more Hollywood-esque. These ones are just...
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they're only Hollywood-esque because
they really
of...
went crazy.
Oh, man. I got a song coming called Logan Paul. It's going to be crazy.
Oh. Yeah.
But, no, they're big. They will.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. I know.
But I'm saying that there's a difference in respect for him, right? So if you look at like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, right? There's a big disconnect in both those audiences.
They competed against each other for a while as brothers.
So they're not sharing.
Which actually, but in that sense, because it's like on this like internet stage, that actually this is probably kind of manufactured in a way.
Oh, absolutely.
Like manufactured beefs to get the drama for the people to be more interested when there's a lull in engagement or something.
But then you got this whole thing like we're seeing now with everything, where it's like even though it is entertaining and it is competitive, the person who's the consumer of the entertainment is like, oh, I'm on Jake's side, fuck Logan Paul, or I'm on Logan Paul. It's kind of a switch.
It's like a high school.
It's a high school thing, but it's not sharing. It's not sharing in community. Yeah. It's more of like your fan. I'm taking your fans, and you're taking my fans. They're like taking turns about taking fans.
Well, and their like whole demographic. I don't know about now, but especially when they first came up, it was mostly like young teenagers or high school, that kind of age group, where they all were in their whole social groups are that kind of way. Yeah, because they're when you're young, you're immature. That's just how it works.
It goes back to like the competitiveness versus community. Because when you're just in a competition, it's every man for himself. It's a free for all.
Yeah,
I've never seen a football team with just one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they compete with the other team. But then the beautiful thing is if it's good, like afterwards, like they're like good game, like good sportsmanship.
That's yes.
Even when you have like a set, like you're competing against each other, like a rap battle.
Yeah.
At the end, you hug it out. You say that was great. Whoever won, it doesn't matter. Bad sports are like when you're a sore loser.
Yeah, no, I can't do it.
That is the worst.
I can't do it. Like something my family always loved about me. Let's say I go to a wrestling tournament or something like that, or I'm playing bowling or some shit like that, and I'm like obviously losing, and I'm doing shitty. Yeah. I'd be like, look at that, another gutter ball.
I'm the same way. I couldn't. I'm so not competitive in that kind of way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like going back full circle. Yeah, like I feel I'm so not competitive, and maybe I lean into that like outwardly, but as I was saying in the beginning, I acknowledge that there is still a feeling when you are in a place that you want to succeed, and at least for me, I have that inner, like I'm admitting it, that there is that sense of competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've got it under control, but it's there, and it's like. Well, it sucks, but it's natural.
There's been, words. How do I explain this without saying too much?
Back to the music.
There are people out there, right, where they would see your success and stuff like that. You would see your accolades. They would see you at a high place, and they would feel jealousy towards
anger.
You. Jealousy and anger and envy. They would feel all those towards you, and they would play like they're in community with you and pretend to be doing stuff with you, while actually being in competition with you, without you knowing. And when that shit happens, man, run. As soon as you notice someone
it's
that you think is community,
if they're good at it.
Oh, bro, I was tricked.
They'll sneak up on you. Yeah.
So, but as soon as you see that, like the first red inkling of that, have a conversation with yourself or with the person or both. And then if it's like, oh no, he's more in competition with me, he's sabotaging me, this. If all flags point to red, run. You know what I mean? Because if you want to succeed in this world, you got to do it with people who really genuinely got your back. Like I got FERM's back. FERM got my back. You know what I mean? This is community. And though he might do something that I'm like, oh, that's awesome, I want to take something with that, and that inspires me. That's friendly competition. It's not like, oh, you're doing something awesome, well, I'm going to do it like this. Yeah. So because I do it better than you. No. It don't work like that. There's a reason why we've had so many episodes together. We've hung out a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's Yeah, definitely. But the main message I want to send, because I feel like a lot of people feel this, and if they don't lean into it and they're not assholes, they like and they don't express it. Like it's okay. What I'm saying is, it's okay to feel to feel jealous or just don't take it out on anybody. Deal with it healthily.
Yeah. To make it a driving force. Make it like a fire, a flame.
Exactly.
Like I have to all right, boom.
I'm
jealous of this
like
person.
Them.
Yeah,
I'm going to get to that point and maybe farther.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I may be jealous right now, but if I do X, Y, and Z, or when I do X, Y, and Z, well, I won't feel jealous anymore because we'll either be on the same page or I'll be a little higher. Just push yourself.
Hell yeah. And damn, I wanted to go into one more thing. Hold on. Let's. Yeah. So as we're getting to the close, and because Ghetto set up and one of the cameras 30-minute time limit had to. But yeah. So coming back, what really sticks out in my mind, going back to the music thing, and particularly the streaming, the music reaction, live, the stuff that I do. The majority of the people that do it are also artists.
Oh yeah,
that make their own music.
Oh yeah,
and
it's an epidemic.
Yeah, and it's like a conflict of interest because you can tell when they're super competitive, and it influences their reaction and their feeling towards the music that's being sent in.
It's so.
And I don't mean for this to be like a commercial or rating for review for my own, but I think it does make me unique in the fact that I don't really have a skin in the game, in terms of I write songs every once in a while, but that's not my goal, is not to be a recording artist. But
You do something where you come from the consumer point of view instead of the artist point of view, and the artist point of view can a lot of time come from a very negative and jealous
and
factor.
it's biased.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of these, and not everyone. Plenty of them, they make music, but they're not. They'd rather like lean into the content creation around music, like I'm doing. But I've seen a few that are like genuinely. Like like a song, they'll play a song and then it sounds pretty damn good, but it's kind of close to what their style is, and then it's like, that's not great, because they like imagine if you were doing a stream and somebody played a song that was like very similar to a style of song that you made, and like you would inherently feel like, I mean, maybe you
this has happened before.
People up, but
this is okay. 1,000% happened before. But in context, though, the person that did this, well, again, no names. The person that did this, though, he was known to not have his own original style, not be authentic, and he would just go off of what he thought was good. So I remember playing him a couple songs, and then a couple weeks later, he had like 4 songs in the same style. The same style as Lala, the same side of It's Over 8.
Really?
The same exact fucking style, even some of the same words, even though I've only played the song once. When I played unreleased stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? I know how this person operates by not being himself, by not trying new things himself, by only doing other things that he sees. So
was it a young person?
About the same age.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course, when you make music, you're gonna be influenced by but if you copying the style almost verbatim, it's
there. But there's a difference though. Like I don't personally, as an artist, don't like it when other artists try to emulate another artist. I rather them just do whatever the fuck that feels right to them and stuff like that. If that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, sorry, go ahead.
Everyone is a product of their favorite art. Like every artist is a product of their favorite artist. They inject some more than others inject their own like style that you're like, whoa, I've never heard this before.
Yeah.
But it's all coming from what you've heard, and you're
absolutely.
You're chat GPTing it into your own. You're
exactly.
Like, it's being fed in, and then you spit it out in your own style.
Yeah, but I'm talking more about the people that will go to the studio and be like, all right, I want this song to sound exactly like Lil Uzi Vert. No.
And
but that's my artist bias.
The fact that the beat producers that this type beat, which is good for labeling and marketing. Yeah, I get that. But like you would think it would influence the artist that's recording over it to be like, I'm gonna sound like Lil Uzi Vert type beat.
Well, so the way
it's a big type beat.
The way I see it too, when it comes to that, is like whenever I'm in a mode, whenever I'm like in a vibe, like I want to record a song that's a certain vibe, the easiest way for me to be like articulate the vibe in beat form is like, it's kind of like the vibe of like, I don't know, like fucking J. Cole or some shit like that. Or it's kind of like the vibe, because it's easier to like, whatchamacallit, because I get sent hundreds of beats a month, and it's hard to like just scroll through them. Yeah. Because then by that time I'm like, all right, I don't want to do it anymore.
Of course. Yeah. You have to. Yeah, you're gonna be influenced, but that's fine. But yeah, you should try not to copy. Yeah. But there is something cool. Like I've always been I love covering songs because I like. But I'm like saying this is a cover of this song, and that's fine. Yep, we get it. Thank you. Okay. Fucking GoPro. Anyway, yeah. So we'll start wrapping it up anyway. But yeah, the influence it is what it is. You're gonna be influenced. You're gonna sound like, but the best artists like really like make something that's completely new.
That's the intertwine, though. I think when artists do that, that's the intertwine of competition and community.
Exactly.
When they're in competition with the community, or they're in competition,
they want to say, I can do what you're doing, but better. Yeah. And they make the same style. Yeah.
I know people, and I'm the same way with this, where like, if I'm just doing my thing and no one's over here like, hey, bro, maybe say it like this, or hey, bro, boom, boom, boom. That's community ass shit. That's a real community right there, when they're like, hey, maybe try this. Hey, I like what you did right here. This thing was awesome. You should do more of this. You need do less of this. Boom, boom, boom.
Other perspectives.
That's a community. And when I know a lot of artists, and especially I went a long, long time without a community, where like you start to be like, well, hey, maybe I'm different or some shit, where I'm like, hey, y'all, tell me what y'all think I should do, because I'm kind of doing everything right now, you know what I mean? But there's other artists where they're in competition with the community, where the community will literally say, hey, this is cool, this is not cool, maybe try something like this. It'd be cool if you did something like this. Yeah, I like what you did here, boom, boom, boom. And they're like, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. It's like, what?
That reminds me of our What Makes a Song Good podcast, where it's like they have an idea of like, this is the best, and you're not making it sound the way I think it should sound, because I'm doing it the best way. Competition, it's a whole thing. It runs deep in our DNA. I mean, you got to compete to be the head of the tribe and provide for your people. It's embedded.
It's embedded, but I'll
tame it.
I'll go into a quick little story real quick.
Final story.
Sorry. So I met this dude at a show, right? He was introduced to me, and he's really big on a certain scene. Again, no names and everything like that. Boom, boom, boom. So anyways, when I introduced to him, you see my fucking skin color. You see my skin color. I am white.
Oh,
I'm blanco.
He was an opposite skin colored man?
Yes, but
that was a weird way to put it.
I'm not allowed to talk about all the discrimination I go through because of my skin color. Anyways, so dude comes up to me. He's like, boom, boom, boom. He likes bars, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, bet. I got songs that are bars. He's like, man, you ain't got no bars. And I was like, okay, bet. So there's two different things that happened right there. He said, you ain't got no bars. He wasn't even like a friendly, you ain't got no bars. Like, man, you ain't got no bars. The fuck?
Yeah,
there's no way you go hard.
He was looking down on you.
He was looking down on me. And then me, that was the competition side. And then me in the community side, even though this dude just, in a sense, disrespected me or some shit like that, right? Yeah. I didn't see it like that. I was like, oh, you don't think I could do it? Bet. Watch this. And then, of course, I blew him the fuck away. But, like, I sound like
that actually ties us into, again, full circle, even though I said that 10 minutes ago.
Sorry.
That I was just making a joke. But it's actually the healthiness of it.
Yeah.
Even though he was being shitty to you, it gave you a boon of, you know what? It gave you the fire, the drive.
Yeah.
So it's healthy, you know. It's about life is a balance, the yin and the yang. Be competitive, but not too competitive so you're an asshole. But if you are, then the person you're an asshole to will probably, you just started a fire under their ass, and now they're going to be better than you, so watch out. So you can be the asshole and make them better, or pick what choice.
We saw him a couple weeks ago, and he's like,
oh, really? We saw him?
We saw him. Oh, no, stop thinking. And he's like, man, you got really good. How'd you get that good? I'm like, bro, this is your fault. You told me I couldn't do something, so I had to show you, motherfucker.
He's I'm sure he's a good guy. Apparently, I know him, but I don't know who he's talking about. But most people are good intention. They just have moments of like flare up of ego. We all have, it happens to me. Yeah, I try to keep it under control. We're all humans. This is how it works.
Yeah, it's just find that balance.
The balance, yin and yang.
That balance.
Community, competition, healthy balance. Mm-hmm. That's the way to make it go
round. Your biggest competition should always be the mirror. That's it.
Boom. Thank you for watching and listening, and comment and like and subscribe and rate and review. See you next time. Peace.